Hey guys, um, it's another Bob Ross painting stream. Uh, Hopefully this time I got the balancing right, and Bobby over here is gonna be a little louder, so you guys can hear him too. Um, right now I'm, I just need, I picked one this time. I didn't use a random number generator. Um, but this time I picked it and I just need to get all the colors. That's it. So come with me as I get all my colors situated. Let's start. Oh, hello. Bro is at it again. Okay. So I'm gonna be doing the Bob Ross Sunset Glow. It's season 26, episode 12, and I just need to get all my colors together.
Hi, welcome back. Certainly glad you could join us today. I thought today we'd do a painting that just
All
has a
right,
lot of
Bobby.
color in it, one that'll make you feel good inside. So let's start out and have them run all the colors across the screen that you need to paint along with us. While they're doing that, let me tell you what I've got done up here. I have my standard old 18 by 24 inch double prime pre-stretched canvas, but you
Bro's using white, which is fine.
that you need to
Uh, let's get some music in the background. And it doesn't look too bad in terms of volume. Let's get at it. So we got white, and then we got phthalo blue. 000 F89. Next, next on the list is Persian blue. Or Prussian. Yeah, Prussian blue. 003153. So I work in Eastern Standard Time, so it's quite late for me, which is why I'm doing just a Bob Ross painting. If it's ever like this late when I start a stream, it's typically gonna be a Bob Ross painting, and that's probably how it's gonna be. Because I don't want to do like any difficult games at this time of night. Alright, Midnight Black. That's gonna be OD. I'm pretty sure it's more of a dark, dark navy in real life. Yeah. 00040D. I was right. Okay. The next is Dark Sienna. Alright. It is 3C1414. And then
Thin, even coat of liquid white. So the canvas is all wet and we can literally blend color.
Van Dyke Brown. Six 664-228. And then the next one, oh my goodness, Alizar in Crimson. E 32636. Sap Green. Let's see. Looks like there are different versions of Sap Green. I'm pretty sure last time I did 507 D2A, so I'm just gonna go with that one again. Okay, Bobby, go ahead and start without me. Cadmium Yellow. FDDA OD. Next. Yellow Ochre. EDB 525. Indian Yellow. Anything else after Indian Yellow? Bright Red. Alright. E3A 857. And then Bright Red. FFOOD. And then after Bright Red, what else? Looks like that's it. So, let's start.
Hey, welcome back. Certainly glad you could join us today. I thought today we'd do a painting that just has a lot of color in it, one that'll make you feel good inside. So let's start out and have them run all the colors across the screen that you need to paint along with us. While they're doing that, let me tell you what I've got done up here. Have my standard old 18 by 24 inch double prime pre-stretched canvas, but you use any size
Favorite
that you want.
watercolor
And I've just
brush.
covered the entire canvas with a very thin, even coat of liquid white. So the canvas is all wet and we can literally blend color up there. So let's do it. We'll start with our little tiny 2-inch brush today.
What color?
We'll go right into a small amount of the Indian yellow. Just a very small amount. We'll go right up in the sky and just do something like that. That's all there is to it. Just make little crisscross strokes, something like that. Okay, now without cleaning
Oh,
the brush,
he uses the dark Indian yellow. Oh. The Indian yellow deep. I can tell. No wonder I was having trouble last time. FED 103. Okay, clear my board. Yeah, there we go. That looks so much better. I'm gonna call that good.
I'll go right into a little bit of yellow ochre. Just right into it. Don't even have to clean the brush. Little yellow ochre. It's sort of a golden color. There. Once again, without cleaning the brush, a little touch of the bright red. Be careful with the bright red. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous color, but it is so strong. Whew.
Oh, please slow down. Slow down, broski. I need to get my yellows down first. Because you doing it like this blends them together. And I don't got that. I ain't got no blending, broski. Oh, and then bright red on the bottom. Oh, shoot. And then I'll go over it with a bit of the yellow ochre. Okay.
1 tube would turn the whole Atlantic Ocean red. Be very careful with it. Don't need much. There we go.
It's so much lighter for
it
him.
around like that. There.
I'm getting rid of all the red. I'm redoing it, I promise. Yeah, that's more accurate to the color that he's putting down. Yeah, that looks a little better. Alright. What's the next
That's
Bobby?
pretty already. Shoot, I like that. Now then, for the rest of the sky.
Mine takes up
Tell
so
you what,
much
let's do the rest of the sky.
less than
Let's
his.
use a lavender color. We'll just brush mix it here. I'll use a little phthalo blue, alizarin crimson, proportionately. Much more crimson than blue, because crimson's a weak color compared to the blue. All right, let's go. Now then,
What color
I
is
just want to
this?
sort of dance this around a little bit. Just let it play.
That is a dark purple. But no. When it's on the paper, it's gonna end up being lighter than it actually is. But it's like here. Bro added a lot of crimson. Yeah, I think it's around there. Okay. And then he's putting it at the top.
Play and bounce here and there and there and here. There. Just wherever.
What the sea
Wherever.
mount.
Sometimes
He's
it goes to the
actually
red
more
side, sometimes to
blue
the
than I
blue, don't
thought.
matter. There we are. Gorgeous colors. Now then, maybe I'll touch a little phthalo blue and just.
Stop. Bobby. I can't keep up. Slow down, Bobby. I was like, just let it dance all around. I can't. Bobby, I can't. And then some blue, right? Some phthalo blue. In the
Get in
corners?
here and there up toward the top. Don't want that blue against the green or the yellow here, or we'll.
Yeah, but it looks so much lighter.
We'll get green, and we'll wash the brush. That's the most fun part of this whole procedure. Shake it off. Just beat the devil out of it. Now then, clean, dry brush. Let's begin blending these colors together. Just blend them together. There, because the liquid white's under there, you can literally move and blend color. And that's exactly what we're doing.
Oh,
Just
I
beat
already
the brush
started.
to remove any paint that I've picked up without going through the whole cleaning procedure. In layman terms, that's called laziness. There. Just didn't want to bother cleaning the whole brush. Maybe something about like that. Now then, Today,
Yeah,
let's put
that's
some
the best
clouds
we're
up there in
getting.
the sky. We're gonna have a sky that's just
Oh my
gorgeous,
goodness,
shiny, bright. A lot of color in it.
bro,
There we go. I usually wipe the
Bob.
old brush against a paper towel to be sure I've got all the excess paint removed off of it. Let's have a big cloud. For that, I'm gonna go into the titanium white. I'll be right back. Don't go away. There. Put a little bright red with it. Shoot, let's make a firecracker, sparkler. Go up in here. Maybe in our world there lives a big old cloud right up in here. It just sort of floats around, has a good time all day. You know, clouds are one of the freest things in nature, I believe. So just let them go. Shoot, let them have fun. Let them have fun wherever you want them. Let them go. There.
Bobby, I'm trying to
Maybe.
fix up
I don't
the
know.
rest of my painting right now.
Just decide where these clouds live in your world and put them in. Put them in. And don't just try to copy what we're doing here. Shoot. This is a very free style of painting. We don't use any patterns, we don't trace anything. We just let it happen. And that really
That's
is
the
the beauty of all
problem.
this.
I can't do this.
We'll just
Where are
put a
you
little
putting
bit
that
down
cloud,
here.
Bobby?
But notice I'm not covering up all this nice yellow color. I want some of it to show through the cloud. There. Maybe over in here there's some more. Whatever. Now today, I'm gonna get our little soft blender brush. Very gentle, soft little brush. And just blend the base of that out a little bit. Gentle, gentle, gentle. Barely touching. Just caress the canvas a little. There we go. Something about like that. And you can fluff it a little bit, blend it. There. Little old cloud, or shoot, this is a big old cloud. It's just sitting right up there in the sky. Now then, we can take, I'll just use the blender because this blender is sort of unique. You can paint with it. I'm gonna put a least little touch of that bright red on there. A little bit of white with it. Just begin putting in all kinds of gorgeous little things that just float around. There they go. There they go. Reach over here and get a touch of that lavendery color we were using. Just a least little touch. There. See, this blender is so soft, you can just get in here and work all this color without it all blending together. Of course, if you blend it long enough,
I
it
can't
will
do that, bro.
just blend together. But you can put all these things in there just by doing that. Maybe there's one. Go back to my pinks every once in a while. It's up to you. Up to you. Wherever you think it should be. There we go. See, all kinds of little things. Least little touch of the phthalo blue maybe. Ooh, that's nice. Be careful that you don't hit that yellow though, or we'll have a brilliant green sky, and we're not looking for that. Not in this particular painting, maybe sometimes, but not now. Not now. There's a nice little cloud floating right there. All right, a little bit of bright red and white again. And maybe up here in our sky, let's just put, while we have this old brush working so well, let's just put the indication of some little floaters around in here. Just enough to break it up. See? Just little floaters. There. Something like that. Wherever.
Bobby.
You make the decision. But isn't that brush fantastic for doing things like that? Or you can paint right over that firm paint that we already have up there. Maybe over in here we got a little more. Very soft, gentle, quiet. There. All right. I get carried away sometime.
All right, Bob.
Okay.
We're done.
Now
We're
maybe-
done.
I tell you what, maybe in our world, maybe, let me grab a fan brush. There's one.
We're
Let's take a
done.
little bit of that lavender color. That was just phthalo blue, alizarin crimson, right on the fan brush here. And maybe let's go up in here. All right, let's do this. Let's put a nice dark cloud in here. That contrast it'll sparkle. It'll absolutely sparkle. There. Maybe we'll put a wow shape on this one. There we go. Got a little bump that lives right there. When I was a kid, I used to sit around and my brother and I, we'd look at clouds and we'd pick out all kinds of shapes. We'd see the mean old witch or the candy man or whatever. And they all lived in the clouds. You can see all kinds of shapes in there if you just spend a little time and study it, and you got a good imagination. All kinds of things. Back to my little blender. Now then, just softly blend this a little. Don't have to do it much. And you can just bring it all together. Looks like that old cloud just sort of floats right around the corner there. Just like that. There we go. All right. Come right on out like that. Shoot, maybe there's some nice things happening down here. Just take that color that you picked up and use it. Let these things happen. Let them happen. And very lightly. That's where the blender brush really works well. And sometimes you can take a little of that bright red and white, and you can put a few little highlights up there just to dull everything down so it's not quite as distinct. A few little areas right along in here somewhere so you can make out a little detail in this cloud. Don't want much though. We don't want to lose that gorgeous darkness. It really works in this painting. I like that darkness. There. Something about like that. Now sometimes, let's take some pure titanium white. Maybe in our world, maybe the sun lives right behind that big cloud there. So we can just take pure titanium white, and I'm just going to use the knife. You can take your finger or you can take a brush, but I want to push forcibly some white paint right into there. I want this to be very bright. I'm just going to go right over that and I'll put it back in if I decide I want it, because we don't make mistakes. There. Now we can take our blender brush and very gently just blend that right in, and that'll end up being a nice, gorgeous, bright spot in our painting when it's done. See there, just blend it all together. Look at that. See that contrast? It just jumps right out at you. And that's what we're looking for. There. Shoot, tell you what, while we got the old blender brush going, watch here, watch here, watch here. Let's take a little bit of that nice lavender color. And let's paint in maybe the indication of just a happy cloud that lives right here. Very soft, very soft. Very, very soft. See, we're just working in layers. I want this cloud to look like it's in front of that. So put the other thing in, the thing is farthest away in first, and then begin working forward, forward, forward. That's all you have to do. There it is. There it is. We just let it work right on around. See there? I get excited when I see these. They turn me on. There.
Bro, what, Bob? Bob, what did you just say, Bob?
Bruh. Bright red and white. Just vary these colors. Just vary them back and forth and around and around and around. Something like that. I'm gonna put in several little clouds here. You know, one of the earlier shows, I showed the biggest squirrel that I had ever seen. I'm gonna put him up and let you see him again while I'm just gonna be dropping in some of these little things. I won't do anything you don't see. But this rascal is something else. I have never seen a squirrel this big. This is called a Sherman fox squirrel. And he's as big, well, he's as big as a small kitty cat. And very docile, very quiet little squirrel. And this one is quite a pet. He belongs to my friend Cindy, one of the rehab ladies that lives around Orlando there. And she takes care of him. She's turned him loose several times and he won't go away. He's sort of like one of my squirrels that I have. I keep turning him loose too and he comes back. But now this squirrel's big enough, he knocks on the door and comes on in. There we go. But isn't he something? I like these animals. I really like to play with them. I'm just coming right along in here and putting in all kind of little things. Then we can just sort of blend this entire thing. All right. But isn't that a dynamite sky? Now, I tell you what, if you have a room in your home that's sort of dull and blasé, you do a painting like this and hang at it, and when you walk in the room, the color will jump on you. Makes you feel good. I get carried away, I'm sorry. Let's have a little something down here on the bottom. Shoot, we've wasted all of our time up here in the sky. Let's put a little something. I'll just take a little of that lavender since it's going so nice. And let's go down here. And let's just put some of that nice lavender color down here. About like that. A little more of that lavender color.
I'm gonna take a darker lavender.
We're gonna just put that right down in here. There we are. So we just go all the way across with it. Shoot, doesn't matter. There. Maybe we'll have a little mountain that lives way back in the distance here. Let's do that. Let me find my knife. Just take that same lavender color, put it out here, put some white with it. Maybe, oh yeah, something about like that. There, I like that. You just sort of adjust the color till it's what you want. Cut off a little roll of paint, and let's have a little mountain. First, maybe we'll do a couple mountains. We'll have one that lives far away. This little mountain, he lives way back there, almost to the edge of nowhere. There, we just drop him on. Grab a 2-inch brush. And I'm gonna grab that and firmly pull it. Just pull it. And then just blend the base of it out. So all you see is a nice silhouette sitting there. Because this one's far away. Quiet little mountain. Quiet little dude. He lives way out there. Now, let's take some Prussian blue.
Wait. Stop. Where is that mountain going? I'm just gonna make it a little bit longer so that I have more room for the water. Just okay. There we go. And then the water is this color. No. This color? This one? Bro, put another cloud over there, but I ain't doing that. Because that is way too difficult. Okay, there's my water.
Ooh, alizarin crimson, much more crimson than blue. Put a little black in there.
Hey, at least this is going a little better than
Van
last
Dyke
time.
brown, I like it too. Cut off our little roll of paint. It should lay
What
right on the edge of
color? What color is
the. Then
that?
we go up here, and here's a mountain. I don't want it to get too big. I like to paint big mountains, and I sort of have to physically restrain myself sometime, because I'll just let a mountain get right out of painting. It just keeps on going.
So it's a dark reddish, bluish, purplish,
I do
brown.
like to paint mountains, though. But I've got one young feller that outpaints me when it comes to mountains. That's my son, Steve. You might have saw him on some of the other shows. He's just one of the most dynamite mountain painters I've ever
Bro,
seen. There we go.
where am I supposed to put that? How am I supposed to pull that out,
He was
bro?
out teaching. We didn't get him on this series. Maybe next series I'll get him back in here. We rent Steve out. He travels all over the country and teaches classes to literally hundreds and hundreds of people. So he's tied up right now. There we go.
Bro.
Just blending that out. Tell you what, let's put a little bit of highlight.
Bro.
I'll use a little bit of that bright red, little white. I don't want much highlight.
Yeah, it's basically right there. Okay. Sure. Whatever you say, Bobby. He's like, just pull it up, broski. And everything will be a-okay. Bro's lying. Okay.
Just enough so we see a little sun zinging right across there.
This is like impossible.
Tiny little amount. There it goes. Zoom. Goes a little bit more. Zoom right there.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
And
I'll
I'm just
live.
going to blend it down. By
Shut
down, I
up,
mean just
Bob.
work it in so it's not
Shut
so
up,
stiff.
Bob.
I want it to be very quiet. Don't want much. That's really about all we're going to do. Just enough to give the indication of a little highlight here and there. Maybe there's another little peninsula right there. I don't know, wherever you want it. And then grab it and go down. And that's good enough. Let's see. I don't want much back here, or it'll ruin that illusion of distance. Maybe in our world we have a little, yep, just touch, pull down. Maybe there's just a little footy hill that lives back here, right below that mountain. Somewhere like that. Just pull straight down. And right below it, same color. Decide where you want reflections to be. Pull them down. Like that. See? And then go gently across. And we have instant reflections. A little white, put a little bright red in it. Just a little. Just enough to warm it up. And we go right up there.
Oh, wait.
To give the indication
You put a
of a little
foothold?
highlight here and there. Maybe there's another little peninsula right there. I don't know, wherever you want it. And then grab it and
Nah.
go down. And that's good enough.
Nah.
Let's see. I don't want much back here, or it'll
That's-
bring that illusion
that's
of
fine.
distance. Maybe in our world we have a little, yep, just touch, pull down.
I ain't doing jack.
Maybe there's just a little footy hill that lives back here, right below that mountain. Somewhere like that. Just pull straight down. And right below it, same color. Decide where you want reflections to be. Pull them down.
Are you crazy, Bob? No, but like, actually. No, but like, bro's actually crazy. For real. Ah! That was a little too far. Bro, I can't do reflections. Reflections aren't real. Okay. That's my reflection.
Like that. See? And then go gently across. And we have instant reflections. A little white, put a little bright red in it. Just a little. Just enough to warm it up. And we'll go right up there. And we'll just put in a happy little waterland. Lives right along in there. There. See? That little bit of pink that you put in that just sort of makes it go with the painting, sort of makes it just stand out. I like that. There we go. All right. Shoot, we're coming right along here. Let's have some fun. You know,
Wait, does it go all the way
there
across?
it goes. Bright red in it, bright red in it. Just a little. Just enough to warm it up. And we'll go right up there. We'll just put in a happy little water line. Lives right along in there. There. See, that little bit of pink that you put in that just sort of makes it go with the painting, sort of makes it just stand out. I like that. There we go. All right. Shoot, we're coming right along here. Let's have some fun. You know me. I like trees. Let's make a tree.
No,
Clean off the spot to work
please.
here.
No
Take some
trees.
black. Prussian blue.
I don't like
Van
trees.
Dyke brown. Put some crimson in there. All those good, dark, rich colors. Let me clean the old knife off here. Good, dark color. Should look black on the palette. And we'll take a fan brush today. Loaded full of color. A lot of paint. A lot of paint. Let's go over here. Maybe in our world, there is now. Maybe there's a little tree, happy little tree, and he lives right there. There he comes. This would be very dark, though. For this kind of sky, you'd almost have silhouettes here. Very dark. Very, very dark. And that dark contrast is gorgeous against the sky. There. Maybe? Yeah. Why not? Have another one lives right there. There he is. Well, that tree looks a little sickly. We may have to work on him. By sickly, I mean, he looked like he had a bad year. Didn't get much water one year.
How did I
Times are
do
rough.
this last time?
There.
Bro, I actually don't
Should go ahead
remember.
with color there. Just take a little of it and just put down here. I'm gonna have some reflections in the water, and you can put them in any old way you want them. Shoot, see there? Just take a brush, pull straight down, go across. Instant reflections. And we just use that brush and go ahead and put in a little bit of land for them to set on. What the heck? There. I want some trees on the other side. You know me. I like a old tree here and there. And maybe in our world there's a couple of trees live right there. Now there's three. See? Just put in the tops, put in a few little indications. Looks like a whole bunch of trees. Maybe two. Big one. Gotta have one big tree. There. There we go. Big old tree. Big strong tree. He lives right up here. Looks out over this gorgeous, gorgeous scene. Something like that. Maybe back here we can see the indication of a couple more little trees. They're sort of hid behind. And all we're doing right now is just putting on the background color. I'm gonna come along with a few highlights. We'll bring all those together. Okay. Let me see here. There's one. Got too many brushes going today. I'm gonna take a 2-inch brush.
I'm gonna put like
Because
so
that's what was
much
handy. Maybe there's a
less
bush that lives
trees
right there.
than him.
And a lot of nice bushy areas. Really and truly, you can just put anything in here. I just wanted to show you mainly today how to do a fantastic sky. Very easy, very quick. There. We just fill that up with color. There. All right. I'll take a 1-inch brush. Let's go into, we'll get a little white, a little bit of that same color. There. I'm just looking for a little highlight color, but I want it to be mostly in the lavender hues. There. Oh, that's nice. It's not too bright, but it's just enough to pull it out so it shows a little bit. Maybe that bush lives in the background. That's all we have to do if it does. All right. Let me see. There's one. Looking for a clean brush again. I'm going to take a little sap green, a little yellow ochre. This is cad yellow. Grab the Indian yellow too. And I want this, get a little black in there too. I want this to be a dark green, dark green, dark green. And we'll come right along in here. Dark green though. Don't make a bright shiny thing this dark. And put the indication here and there and there and here. Some little highlights.
No, I ain't adding ground, bro.
Something like that.
This is
See
above
there?
the trees.
All right. A little bit of the liquid white.
Mine is above the
We'll put in
trees.
a little indication of some water lying right underneath there. Something like it. Don't need much. Okay, put a little of that green on a fan brush here.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. Just cut off trees that I have already. Make it a little bit more taller, I guess. What color is that? Yeah, I'm not adding. Another set of trees. I'm so done with that. I don't have to. and therefore I'm not. Because I don't have to.
And I'm just going to put the indication here and there, not much, not much. A little bit of highlight on some of these trees, just enough so you know there's a little green over here too.
Because I mean, he said,
there's a little bit.
it's up to creative liberties.
Just drop it in.
So I'm not gonna
darker down here toward
add
the base.
trees. I'll add another landmass, but I ain't no way I'm doing another set of trees.
Maybe we'll have a little path right there. Just a little path. All right. Take a little bit of that green color. Fill that up. Just to finish up the little painting. Just to give you an idea. As I say, the big thing in this painting is a gorgeous sky. I hope you try it because you'll like it. The old clock on the wall tells me it's about time to finish this one and call it a day. I've certainly enjoyed our time together, and I hope you try this one. From all of us here, I'd like to wish you happy painting, and God bless, my friend.
Okay.
Hi, welcome back. Certainly glad to see you today.
Oh.
Hi.
Okay. This one went a lot quicker than the last one, which I am ever so grateful for. Oh my goodness. Broski. Yeah. Save it. Where's the last one? This is... What is this? Season 26, episode 12. Okay. Let me open it. Okay. Is there ever a moment in this where it's just like, no? No, there isn't. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna get the slightly dimmed version. Okay, here's mine in comparison. I didn't want to do that tree right there. Because that is so much effort, bro. Trees in MS Paint are like impossible. Okay, well, if you managed to stick this far, give me a like and subscribe. If you're not already subscribed. But yeah. Thanks for stopping by, and that'll be it for today. And I'll see y'all next